Back to him, huh? Where am I going? Hold on, you guys didn't get 5-3 or
what?
There's only 5-1, 5-2, 5-3?
Yeah. That's all we learned.
No, 5-1, 5-2, 5.
3.
No, we did another one. We did 5.
We
Yeah, we skipped 5-4. We did 5-5 on Friday, but I didn't give you homework on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What number was it, Catherine?
Wait, can you just go 1 through all the way?
He went over a problem like this. It was like the last one, right? And I did the first two. I did sine and cosine, and I got it right. But every time I tried to do tan, and I looked at like my example, but it never worked out.
Okay. Let me try to copy this over so I make sure I have plenty of space. It doesn't get all sloppy.
Guess what?
I don't want to guess. Just tell me.
I understand how to do it. It's like
What can we do, Papa? Ugh. Okay.
Wait, hold up. Where's our What I did wrong.
Does anyone
have lotion?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to answer the questions that people already have from this, and then we'll go back and we'll try to do any of the ones that people didn't ask in order, okay? Thank you. All right. Use the given information to find the exact values of each of the following. Double angle for blah, blah, blah. Sorry. So let's see here. We know that in quadrant 2, it's going to live this thing called sine theta. So our theta here is going to be opposite over 14. Yeah? What's my x value here, my cosine? 14 squared take away 3 squared? Or the square root of that anyway. It's not a nice one, so I'm gonna. It's the square root of 187. Is that simplifiable?
I don't think it wants to.
Okay. What's my double angle formula say? Sine of 2 theta is what? I don't remember my formulas. I don't memorize. 2 sine theta, cosine theta. So 2 times 3 over 14, square root of 187 over 14. Yeah, and that should be negative, correct. Thank you. So then 6, 187 over, what's 14 times 14? Can you simplify that? No. Can you divide by 3? Nope. I think that's it. So, I'm going to try that real quick. -6.
May I take this home?
Yeah. Square root of 187. Shoot, what was it? 196?
Yeah, 196.
You're gonna die.
Although your answer is equal to the correct one, it's not in the correct form. Be sure to read instructions of the problem. Oh, what did it say? Type an exact answer using radicals as needed. Use integers, fractions for any numbers in the expression. I think that 180. Oh, 196?
Oh.
Yeah, they're both even. So this should be -3. Square root of 187. Oh, divide by 2. Divide by 2, my bad. 98.
It's close. You divided figures or going?
I divided both by 2. Because this and this can be divided by 2. I don't know why I didn't see it the first time.
I think you're supposed to be like, okay,
Where am I going? So this should be what did I say it was?
98 and
90 what?
98.
98. And this is a 3?
I understand that part.
Okay, the tan one is the weird one? Okay. So then this one is going to be, you know what, I'm just going to, if you don't want to do the cosine sign, I'm just going to jump to tan. Is that cool? I don't want to try again. Okay. So the tan one,
Wait, here, I have a theory of something. So, for tan, put 3 square root of 187 over 89.
hold on, what is it?
So, it should be
3
square root of,
square root of,
what was the square root of the top? It was 187?
yeah.
And then over 89. All of it.
89?
Yeah. Okay,
It's up, it's there. It's the same. It's equivalent.
my theory was incorrect.
So let's see here what's going on, okay?
Yeah.
So what's the formula for tan 2 theta?
2.
Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
What is it?
2 tan theta over 1 tan squared.
That?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember our numbers?
This is right here.
Oh, because the other 3. The other 2 church.
Aren't they on the
I erased it. Oh, no, I didn't. It's on the other slide.
I was like wondering what
It's on the other slide. So tan would be. Didn't they give us a tan? No.
it was either negative
So it's 314. 3/14, right? No, this over this. So negative. Sorry, 3 over negative 187. 3. You know what? I'm not even going to mess with that yet. So I've got -3 over radical 187. 3 over radical 187. That should give me -6 over square root of 187. Right? 1 minus 9 over 187. What's 187 minus 9? These are both even. So 561. 16643. Are we recording? Yeah, we are. Okay. Could those be simplified any further? 12, 13, 16, 20. I don't think I can go further than that. Let's try it. Let's see what it says. Oh, it should be negative, right? Woo! Almost missed that negative. It's cosine square.
So confusing.
Sine square plus cosine square equals 1. So if 1 is minus, that means you moved it and the other one's the solution part.
Like she didn't like tell me that, but like the way she said it, she implied it.
What was the bottom part?
She said about 2B.
16, 643?
She was like, she said.
Although your answer is correct.
I said, hey mom, I should bring you a letter.
What else can you simplify by?
No, you should have told me if you had a family tour.
Divided by 3.
Smart idea. So I'm punching in 561 divided by 16643.
On my,
And then I'm going to go
my
math
ID.
fraction.
I have my debit card.
3 over 89. So this simplifies to 3, 187, 89. Does everyone know that trick?
Is that what, so that's what I told you.
If you want to simplify your fraction, put it into your calculator, push enter, and then go back and change it to a fraction. What did you? Is that what you told me?
That's what I told you, but I forgot.
We didn't put the negative. Yep. So you were good.
There's a trick.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know what I was doing wrong, but
89. And then 3. Okay. 12 is a 1 with a 2 next to it. Sorry. 11 and then 12.
okay.
All right, verify that it's. Oh.
You had to do this first.
Verify, verify. Verify that the two are equal. Okay. This one's actually quite simple. I hate to say that. I want you to notice that these are conjugates of each other, aren't they? And if they're conjugates, then when you do your foiling business, then you only have to multiply the first two and then the last two. So, sine of A times the sine of A is sine square, sorry, alpha, not A. And then the next two, sine of negative beta times the sine of beta would be sine square beta, which is exactly what we have there.
But it makes you go through all that, but like the process is what I can't.
Oh, sure.
Because they say,
It makes you go through like 6 steps and make him actually have to do it 5 times. I did like the first 2 steps right, and then like the second right.
Okay, so write the left side of the identity using the sum difference formula. I see what you're saying. Where's my formulas? Who has the sum difference formula?
I do.
Is that what, sine, cosine, cosine, sine for this one? So this one's going to be sine alpha. Come back. So sine alpha cosine beta minus cosine alpha sine beta. And then that's being multiplied by,
Your phone?
oh, I gotta put it in parentheses, don't I?
Oh. It's a little bit possessed, it's fine.
You're gonna do parentheses there.
Would you call
And then for the other one, what's up?
would you call those formulas? Okay,
The sum difference formulas?
Yeah, so if they have, so like the formulas where it's like cosine of alpha plus beta equals cosine alpha plus beta minus beta.
That's a sum difference.
So different.
Okay. Oh, is that what it did? Do the, oh, okay. I see what you did. I thought we were gonna do the equal side on the other one. So here is, so this one should be, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Hey guys, I don't know if you can, if you know this one. You know how it doesn't let you highlight to copy? You guys ever try to, because all I gotta do is the same thing with a plus. If you push shift and then backspace, push your arrow back, it will highlight, and then you can go control, copy, and then I'm gonna hit a little cheater, and then control V for paste. And then I'm gonna go and change this to a plus. So that's an old computer trick. Back when we had a when we worked with the old computer system, mice were not that big. Shift and arrow keys will highlight for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So there it is. Bye. Okay, you good there? First step, kind of. All right, cool. So next part says, use the distributive property to multiply it out. So here, we're gonna have to go, notice that these two are the same, right? That means that the signs will be squared now and the cosines will be squared now. So now I'm gonna have to write sine square alpha cosine square beta. Well, let me get away with getting rid of the middle parts. Minus cosine square. Wait a minute, why do I have an alpha? Oh, I see it. My eyes were getting like, my eyes were getting lost there for a second. Alpha
Wi-Fi sucks, like my mom is slow.
sine square beta. My eyes twitching. Okay? So there's that part. And it says substitute 1 minus sine square beta for cosine square beta. So that means that I have to factor out. I'm gonna have to. What do they have in common? Is it the cosines? Okay, so right here, see this cosine square beta? I'm gonna change those for this. So now this is gonna become sine square. I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want to mess anything up. So sine square alpha. Now this cosine beta, cosine square beta is going to get substituted for 1 minus sine square beta. Okay? That's going to happen eventually. So now this is 1. What's up? Give me what? Can I finish this one first? Where are we at? Sine to the second beta, and then close parenthesis.
Wait, it says previous step and distribute.
Right. Oh, and distribute? Snap. That means this is going to, well, if we distribute that, that would give us sine square minus sine to the fourth. No. Sine square, and then it would be sine square beta, sine square alpha.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense? Okay, if I distribute this to both of these, that would give me sine square alpha, and then when I multiply here, I would get sine square alpha times sine square beta. Okay? So yeah, we need to rewrite that. So sine square alpha minus, was it? Minus sine square alpha sine square beta, and then it's minus cosine square alpha sine square beta. Okay? Okay? Then we check that one. Okay. We got to regroup and factor out some stuff. So let's see here. Both of these guys have a sine square alpha in it. So I could factor that out. But wait a minute, that's what we had at the beginning. Okay, I gotta get rid of these cosines because I wanted everything to be in the sine form, okay? So, I need to see that on a bigger screen. That's messing with me. Let me copy that real quick. Okay. Alright, so as I look at this, let's see here. This guy and this guy. Oh, they're the same. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yeah, I can factor that out. That would give me sine square alpha minus sine square beta 1. No, sine square alpha. Sine square alpha minus cosine square alpha. Right? I took out the sine square beta.
That would make sense.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Well, I factored out sine squared, so that gives me a plus here, doesn't it? So what does this become? That becomes 1. And I'm done.
Don't you have to plug that one in?
No, because what's 1 times sine squared beta?
I mean, like, the problem wants you to, like, write down every single step.
Well, let's see what it wants at this point, okay? So it wants me to say, regroup and factor the expression from the previous step. Do not apply any trig identities yet. So that big thing I did, I got to plug this whole thing in. Okay? So let's see if we can remember it. Golly gee willikers. I'm so impatient with this.
Exactly, I hate it.
There's so much letters to type in.
You can, like, get the answer easy, but it's just like,
Sine square alpha, right?
yeah.
Minus, what did we factor out? Sine square beta? Sine square beta, parenthesis, sine square alpha. Mersparians. Plus cosine square shoot, forgot my parenthesis. Is that correct? There it is. Okay. And then at this point, we know that this is equal to 1 because of the Pythagorean identity. Because of the Pythagorean identity. And then we're done. Wow, that was rough. All the letters and stuff. It's killing me. Alright, what else we got? 12? Oh, you had a question. Which number is it?
And then after that, you can take it back.
Okay, which number is it?
Number 4.
4, and then we'll come to 12.
I was like, cause like June 1st I will be. Okay.
So like I was really trying hard not to.
I'll talk to my mom about it.
Right? When I did it.
Use the.
Cause if I keep it in
So
my
like when did I try to find the common
like I have a spot
denominators?
where I keep it.
So I think this one is cosine alpha cosine beta plus. Is that the formula? Hey, who's got the difference one on cosine? Is it cosine A cosine? Sorry.
Cosine A,
Is it
cosine-
plus?
It's, yeah, it's plus.
Okay, so am my formula good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is alpha, this is beta. Okay? All right, so I just plug them in. So
Not
not at this point. I don't have to. We'll have to do some stuff for sines, but here's cosine. Here's the first two numbers: 5 pi over 4, 7 pi over 6. Okay.
That might be good.
Would you have to convert those into like
Yeah.
Wait, I have to pick.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. We didn't convert them into angles. What is 5 pi fourths? I think 5 pi fourths is right here, where this is 45 degrees. Right? No, yeah, because look, that's 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So that would be -1, radical 2. So the cosine here is -1 over radical 2.
Cosine is adjacent over hypothetical.
Yeah, so -1 over radical 2. And then sine is the same thing, right? -1 over radical 2. So -1 over radical 2. So you okay with those two? For the alphas? Now let's do the beta one.
Sine is opposite over hypotenuse.
Correct. So let's do the 7 pi halves. 7 pi 6. If it's a 6, that means they're 30-degree angles. Right? So that means I've got 7 of them. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's my triangle. 30 degrees. That's 1, negative. 2, negative radical 3.
Oh yeah.
That's opposite over hypotenuse.
Is that right? Yeah, it is. So cosine is negative radical 3 over 2. And then sine is -1/2. All right, now to save me some time, I'm going to rationalize this because this is just going to be negative radical 2 over 2, right? Same thing with the other one?
So I was trapped between this SUV and then there was a car behind me.
Okay.
Like right on it.
So here I've got
And I kept honking.
square root of 6 over 2
What's it called?
plus,
The SUV to go
sorry,
faster,
not 2,
right?
4.
Because it had, like, no
And then radical 2 over
so I
4.
would speed up and get like right on it.
Because negative means
Just
positive,
staying at
right?
that speed. And this diesel kept doing this, like swaying. I was like,
This times this is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 2 times 1 is just square root of 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Well, I can't really add them, so
tempted to,
my
like,
answer
go
is
underneath the diesel.
that.
My ass would-
They already have a common denominator. Okay?
Would you just
Yeah. We did. What's 1 times radical 2? Radical 2. 2 times 2 is 4.
negative times negative is positive, right? So the square root of 6 over 4.
Alright. 12.
Square root of 2 over 4. So we get square root of 6 plus square root of 2 over 4.
You already got it? Okay.
Mr. Munoz is saying that's wrong.
Did you do the work for yours? Because the one I did was mine, right? Okay. You scared me there for a little
I
bit.
know, I was like,
Heartbreak, I thought I got it, huh? Find the exact values under these conditions.
I thought I was doing good too.
They want us to find sine alpha plus beta. Right? So this is a sine, cosine, cosine, sine. Sine alpha, cosine beta, plus cosine alpha, sine beta. Right?
No. Bullshit.
Whoa, what? Okay. Malarkey. Now, this is telling me that my tan of alpha lies in quadrant 2. So here is my quadrant 2.
Did it at home too, like,
That means that I've got
Can I get it wrong? Like,
3. No, that's 4/3. My bad. So opposite is 4. Adjacent is 3. That one's the one that's negative. And this is going to be a 5 right here, okay? It's a 3, 4, 5. Okay? So let's do the alpha ones for now. This is alpha, or alpha prime actually. Okay? So let's do the sine. That would be 4/5. And then the cosine of that would be negative 3/5. Right? Okay, so we're good so far? Alright. I also need to find the beta stuff. So let me graph beta. It's in quadrant 1. And they said the cosine is 7/8. So 7/8. So what is 8 squared minus 7 squared? 8 squared minus 7 squared. 15, so it's square root of 15. So this is square root of 15.
the red is not good.
Good? Cosine beta is already given to me at 7/8.
Weird? Yeah, she's weird. Me?
How do you know the angles?
Like what angle?
Like, okay, so mine's pile 4, so then I drew like my thing, so I know it's like quadrant 2, but like, how do you find like where it's like,
Pi over 4 is in quadrant 2? That's in quadrant 1.
oh yeah, okay,
Here's what you're gonna want to do then. Remember that pi is the same thing as 180 degrees? So take 180 divided by 4, and that'll give you in degrees what you're looking at. Pi is equal to 180 degrees. If you go 180 divided by 4, it's going to tell you it's a 45-degree angle. You could do that for any one of them.
but like, I mean like, how do you know whatever, what like, how do you know what they are, cause like, okay, so you know that like, you knew that it was like 1 and then 2 and then radical 3, like how do you know?
Those are your special triangles. The 45, 45, 90, that's 1, 1, radical 2. You're going to have to memorize those, my dear. Remember we did the proofs of those and I showed you where they came from?
This is good.
Can I do my fingers with this?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, how?
I don't remember. Sines are below, cosines are above, is it? The sine cosine thing with the fingers? It was cool. We'll go back and look at or YouTube it.
Like, I just like, I don't know how to see mine now.
And I know it's the radical, the square root of something, square root of above over below over 2. Okay. You ready to keep going?
Yeah, I'm ready.
4 times 7, 28.
Yeah.
Over 40. Right?
Yes.
Minus 3 radical 15.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Because 5 times 4 is 80, is 40, right? 5 times is 40. So denominators are the same for both. 28 minus 3 Is 28 divisible by 3? No, huh?
Nope.
28 divisible by
So
3.
you could do this. I don't know if it wants you to simplify the 28 over 40.
Wait, could you just like separate them?
Yeah, you can. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it wants you to simplify it further. So you end up with, well, it's done. 14 over 20, 7 over 10, plus 3 radical 15 over 40. So this one or this one. Okay. 12.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so it doesn't want it rationalized like that. It wants what you already have, a 28 minus whatever.
It wants this one?
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't rationalize, I just split it up to simplify. Remember, there was no radicals in the denominator anymore. No simplify? Alright, what else we got? Numbers. I'm number 1.
Wait, so
There's my number.
I did the same thing with cosine and tan.
What?
It wants cosine and tan.
Oh, it wants the sign after that? Same approach. But make sure to use the formula. You have it. It's the, you gave it to me a minute ago. The 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan squared theta? Is that it?
That's the doubling.
Okay, so,
What's 1 minus cosine squared?
where's my black bird? Let me take a look at my black bird.
Yeah.
Sine squared.
Sine squared?
Where's my crusty crow parameter?
And then I said cosine, the signs are different, right? So
Let me search it. Do you have it?
I didn't find the tan.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, that's a no, that's a double. Oh, here it is. Can you see it?
Oh, that's nasty.
Tan theta plus tan beta over 1 minus tan alpha tan beta. Okay? Got it? Alright, what other questions then? What?
I already messed up already. I knew it on my
Very carefully. What else? Number. Go back to what? Back to the formula?
Yeah, I just no, I just looked at the formula. Like I it's messed up on 12 already. It's like wait a minute.
Here?
Because okay, so like the formula for cosine is cosine.
Cosine alpha, cosine beta, the opposite of. So it should be minus sine alpha, sine beta. And you already drew your triangle, so just go back and look at the same triangle.
But it,
Brought, planet brought. Don't stop. So can I get rid of this then?
Okay, so like I did it, but then I don't have the same denominator on both sides.
Well, then you'll just have to get one. Do you want me to do this one with you as well? Alright, here's what I need. Ouch. So you're finding cosine alpha plus beta? That would be cosine alpha, cosine beta minus sine alpha, sine beta. What did they give you? What's your alpha? What did they give you? What angles did they give you? Negative 3 over 4? Okay. Okay. So, and where's tan alpha at? Quadrant 2. So 3, 4. That should be negative. So this is a 5. And then where's cosine at?
That's in the first one.
Quadrant 1.
Yeah.
So 5, 8.
Then square root of 39.
Square root of 39?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, let's see here. Alpha's up top, right? So cosine of, so I got blah, blah, minus blah, blah. So cosine alpha would be negative 4/5. And this should be,
Oh, I had a 10. That's why I messed up.
and that should be 3/5, right?
Okay, I see where I messed up already.
All right, cool. Keep going.
Wait, I think I did it. Okay, yeah, I see where I messed up. I took the 10 there.
There you go.
And then, okay.
So at our convention, we were sitting all day. And like, I don't know how you guys do it sitting down all day. My back is killing me.
My back lip is so bad. I don't know why.
Need to get one of those back things that they put on your chairs to help you with your lumbar. 5? Which one? Which one? Let me take a look then. Come on, can I turn off the recording? Hey, Hartman, turn off the recording.
I like how he calls you
Open up the
Hartman.
black circle at the bottom and then just hit stop streaming.
Wait, here.